So if your website looks like this, today's video is just for you. So what we're going to do today is we're going to compare two UI design layouts and we're going to see which one is better. So let's start with our first design. Now this is a hypothetical company called X Insurance. We don't want to get sued, okay? So we don't so this is a hypothetical company called X Insurance. They're selling us insurance, just like any insurance company does. So first look at this website. It looks normal, right? It looks like any other website. It has our CTA buttons. It has our big welcome to X Insurance, everything. But that's the problem with this website. It looks too average. And what do I mean by average, really? It looks very salesy, right? So if I really just go through this hero section here, we can see that there's one, there's two, there's three, four buttons that kind of tell me something. Like they tell me to do something. It's like a CTA button of sorts, right? This problem with this way of structuring your hero page is it comes off as very salesy, and two, it comes off as very salesy and it destroys trust, right? You want to show customers, ideally you want to show customers that this is the value I will get. Okay, so no one wants to be on your website, right? Whenever someone comes to your website, what they really are looking for is, one, what is it for me, right? What services are you offering? And two, why should I use it? These are the subconscious questions that a visitor or customers asking themselves when they come to your homepage for the very first time. And your hero section has to answer that question in the first 5 seconds. If it doesn't, then what's going to happen is your customers will simply leave. So again, let's go through this website. 1, 2, 3, 4, total 4 CTA buttons. Not good for business. Again, lowest trust, comes off as too salesy. No one likes to be sold to, right? Ideally, you want to establish what your business does, what value it brings to the customer, and overall, that's the whole point. Like, what do I offer and what is it for me? You want to answer these questions as soon as possible. Okay, so let's again. Now that's the first thing with the problem with this hero section, is that it comes off as very salesy. But what's the second problem? What's the big problem with this? Let's get into technicalities now. So technically, when I get into the technicals, we can see the typography is a bit meh. Let's just put it that way. So there's a huge welcome to X Insurance, and then there's text that says something like X Insurance offers a variety of insurance products to meet your needs, auto insurance, homeowners insurance, etc., right? Now it does answer my question of what you're offering, but the problem is I'm not sold. Again, you're selling me too much. You're doing too much here, and it's very cluttered as well. There's too much going on this website. There's too many elements, too many pictures, too much, and the words are all over the place, right? So this is I would say, the mission statement. This is where the mission statement of the website should be ideally. It's here. That's fine. It's good. But the problem is, again, welcome to X Insurance doesn't really answer anything, doesn't really compel me to buy or go through your website. And then in lower cases, there is X Insurance offers a variety of insurance products to meet your needs. Again, too much writing, too much going on in the hero section. So other than it coming off as very salesy, there's also just too much going on overall, and it looks very cluttered. Okay, so now let's look at our second option. This is same again, X Insurance, but I made some improvements. So as we can see, there's only 1, 2 CTA buttons that again say get a quote. So it doesn't exactly feel salesy. It's kind of like, okay, let's book a free call or something like that. Okay, so again, here is this is a hypothetical mission statement: protect your home, health, and family. So right off the bat, when I load into the website, you're already telling me, sort of putting it in my head, why I should get insurance, right? Why do people get insurances? To protect their home, health, and family in case of any sort of something that, if something bad were to happen, right? That's the whole point of getting an insurance. So the first thing when I see, and again, the mission statement is bold and is big. So this is the first thing that will come to my attention when I load into the website. And then after I've seen this, I'll look at this little text over here. Okay, so in the first 3-4 seconds, I've already answered why I should get insurance. To protect my home, health, and family. What does this do? This answers the question of what am I getting and why I should get it, why I need insurance, and what the company X Insurance is offering. 2 questions have already been answered, and it's been less than 3 seconds. So the customer is more likely to hang around, and then you can sort of add any sort of, we provide comprehensive insurance coverage to safeguard your whatever matters to you, and then a CTA button, just like a little buy, buy. Now, here's the thing. I don't see a lot of companies or a lot of websites doing this. What I call this is subconscious, how do I call it? What's the proper name for this? I'll cut this part. Self-know. So I don't see a lot of companies do this exact thing, and I think a lot of companies should, and a lot of businesses overall should do this, and I call this symbolic imaging. Now it might already have an existing name. I'm not aware of it, but I call this symbolic imaging. So what I'm really doing when I was designing the website, my thought process was something like, okay, I'm getting insurance, I'm doing it to protect my home, my family. That's the main motivation for getting insurance, right? How do I convey that in an image? A very simply, how do I convey that sort of message in an image in less than a second? So the first thing that came to my mind was a shield in front of a house, but then I kind of designed that, and it looked kind of overpowering. So then I went with another option, this house in a snow globe. Again, the snow globe is protecting the house from outside elements, and that kind of symbolizes your house being protected from outside environments. And that was kind of my thought process when I was putting this image in the website. Full disclosure, this image is AI generated. So in the first website, as we can see, there's an image of a house and someone consulting with a doctor. Again, I personally feel like this kind of complicates the message in the say that, okay, this kind of seems like, okay, is this a medicine, is it a doctor's website, is it a website for a chamber, hospital? But I think this one image of a snow globe a snow globe with a house inside it, which protects it from outside elements, gets the message across a lot better. Okay, so again, what are the differences between the first website and the second website? Second website, a lot less CTA, so a lot less salesy. But of course you have to put a CTA. If you don't put a CTA, how am I going to contact you, right? But this time the difference is, since you have sort of established value here, a value of your service is, again, protection of your home, health, and family, I am a lot more likely to click on the get a quote button, whereas in the first website, welcome to X Insurance. Again, great, I don't care. X Insurance offers a variety of insurance products to meet your needs. Why do I need insurance? Like, let's say I'm someone who's not particularly thinking about my family, I'm not particularly interested or whatever, and you telling me that you're going to give me all this insurance, like, that's cool, I don't care though. I mean, and of course, insurance might be inherently valuable, but it doesn't hit my pain point. Whereas in this copy, in the second website, protect your home, health, and family, it hits a lot more. It feels a lot more personal. So the few things I changed it: a lot less CTA, better copy, more importantly, a lot less clutter and a lot less design. What I mean by a lot less design is there's a lot of breathing room for each element. If you see in the first website, again, there's too many elements and there's not much breathing room, so a white space for each element to breathe. Whereas in the second website, each element kind of gets to stand on its own, and there's a lot more of breathing space for each element. Okay, and again, I improved the copy. I think this hero section gets the message across a lot better, and I think overall this is a better approach to making your websites, designing your websites, than the first option.